Other interesting political news, you have Elizabeth Warren having a meltdown over the RFK Jr. hearings for HHS. I can't believe some might argue she went off reservation. Aha, Native American pun, because she's one of those evil people who lied about her ethnicity to steal a scholarship when she was in college. Or if you went to public school, as it's spelled, collage, or pronounced. Fun, we need to increase our test scores, ideally probably by homeschooling. Now this comes to us thanks to Maze, and he says, quote, Elizabeth Warren is a unhinged Karen, which she does have that haircut, not that I have much to brag about in regards to my haircut. And it's slightly, well, mostly insufferable, but it's only 23 seconds long, so it might feel like an eternity because it's Elizabeth Warren speaking. But she's in the public office, she has some power worth paying attention, even if it does perhaps kill a brain cell or two. Now, without too much further ado, maybe I'm perhaps jumping to conclusions. Perhaps she gives some very articulate ideals and questions that really make RFK Jr. think and ponder before his answer, and maybe we all come out of this a little bit smarter. I mean, no, absolutely not, but nevertheless.
You have said you're asking me. You have said you're asking me, Senator. You're asking me not to sue vaccine.
Oh, sound issue.
You have said you're asking me, Senator. You're asking me not to sue vaccine pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Look.
Vaccine.
Which, apologies. Well, though, if it wasn't for tech work perfectly all the time, I wouldn't have a job. Sponsored by Topping Technologies. Again, free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Probably not the best, smartest idea from a hazard perspective, but I mean, it is a blast. Look at the YouTube. I have a video myself where I use the flamethrower. It's a real lot of fun. And this went pretty far. I got 1 million views and 37,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Washington Ghost saying, quote, someone like that has no business in government. She clearly can't control her emotions. Getting 1.1 thousand likes. Yeah. Base electrician, A+ for marketing, you know exactly what he is and what he thinks, says, quote, this should be saved and used for primary challenger Elizabeth Warren. Completely cringe, getting 58 likes, which, again, that being said, she's in such a blue area. Anything that's even remotely not radical leftist, I don't think they'd win. I would hope, but I don't think that's statistically likely. Kind of like how California keeps voting blue in the shitties, I mean cities. I also have Paul Zupa saying, quote, that's one nice way of putting it, getting 21 likes. The right answer says, quote, for someone who claims to be against big pharma, Warren seems really worried about RFK Jr. going after pharmaceutical companies, getting 1.1 thousand likes, which, again, one of the most radical ideas that RFK Jr. has brought to the forefront is removing the immunity, well, pun rightly intended, of pharma companies being exempt from liability lawsuits. Again, it's very unique. No other industry has this. If you make a car that, is inherently unsafe, like the brakes don't work, something like that, you can sue the car company. If you make a food that makes people sick, you can sue that company. There is a very unique exemption for the healthcare industry and specifically big pharmaceutical industries. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's because, they make so little money. I mean, well, shoot, they'd be buried in lawsuits. They'd never be afford to make another, vaccine again or another product again. To which I would argue, statistically speaking, it's one of the most profitable industries in the world. Well over 50% profit margins. People think, healthcare is so broken in the United States because of health insurance companies. Don't get me wrong, some are bloated and ineffective. However, from a perspective of finances, mostly publicly traded, you can look at their 10K statements. Average, United Healthcare, I think, was about 2.3% profit margin last fiscal quarter. So, yeah, big pharma saying they can't afford something, that's hilarious. It's not true. Especially when you look at a lot of the resources that they spend in terms of fiscal cost. One of the biggest budget line items is advertising. Very unique also in the United States. 1 or 2 countries where that is allowed. Now, let me see if there's any I'm not seeing any contrarian statements here. Yeah, Crow's Nest saying, quote, there's no way that any senator to treat a nominee for government service as a leader, you need to censor this kind of behavior. Getting 10 likes says you have her slightly more viscerally disgusting than usual screenshot of her face, which, okay, let's be honest. If you take a screenshot of anyone, they'll look bad. It's usually just a percentage of, how much of the video is, looking awkward, which don't have much ground to stand on. If you look at most of the screenshots, if you're to take a screenshot of this video, it'll be mostly awkward or hilarious pictures of me. But nevertheless, kind of funny to see her like that, getting 10 likes. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see how much they continue to fight this, or, even if he is confirmed, like, what do they, let's see here. I thought they'd have one more good comment or meme, nevertheless. But let me know your thoughts and comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.